What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Fancy Endgame on Sunday nights. Not too many more that we're going to be able to say. Not yet. The regular season, a couple Sundays from now, we'll be going over everything that happened in week one. But in the meantime, it's actually even better, I think. It's still draft season, so we can get our draft on. And tonight, we're going to jump back on Underdog and show you how quick and easy it is that you can get a draft done and have a chance to win lots of money. And you can even do a draft that barely costs anything. How about $1 American? That's all it takes to jump in the Dalmatian. And this one is the Little Dalmatian 5. Don't confuse it with the regular Dalmatian, the big Dalmatian. That one actually costs $101. But the little one is just one, but you can enter it 101 times. Pretty clever. And Chris and I did just that in the Little Dalmatian 4, right? Was the 4? Is that the one we did?
Yep, it was a 4.
And yeah, funny story about that, but we'll get to that later. Right now, I challenge all of you who already have an Underdog account to get in your lobby, open your app, join us, draft with and against us. Go to NFL and make sure you got the right one. Like I said, it's the Little Dalmatian 5. And that's the $1 entry. All it's going to take is $1, 20 seconds per pick. So less than half hour of your time. Let's get it. All right. So on the count of 3, let's enter here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's full. Are we even in the same draft?
Nope. Oh, yeah, it says draft starting soon. I think so. Let's see.
Yes, you're at the 9. I got the 1.
I got the 9 again.
And
you know what's crazy? So we have. Oh wait, no. This is. Hold on. That's the one I'm on the clock. Where's the one? Where's the one that says starting? I have so many drafts going.
Yeah. Was not exaggerating.
I got to scroll. I got to find the one that says right here. Here it is. Little Dalmatian 5. There we go. So we have 2. So we have started our real fantasy leagues. We will be drafting our first real fantasy team tomorrow night on Draft Lane. We have two leagues so far. One tomorrow night, one Tuesday. Unfortunately, they are already full. I randomized the order, and I got the 9 in both drafts. I'm like, I'm gonna actually have to question our developer and be like, do you have something in the code? Like, why do I get the 9 every time in these drafts?
Well, at least you're experienced. You know what to expect.
And you got the 101 here? Nice.
And okay, so funny, I'll tell the story real quick because last week, we did the Dalmatian 4, and then we're like, hey, it's 101 max, $1, so it's $100, right? Like we have $100 in our account. Let's do it. Max, I don't know if I ever maxed a contest before because it's a lot of money to do that. And I'm not a big roller. So I was like, I'll do it. And you're like, yes. So we did it. You did it. But unbeknownst to Chris, until 2 minutes later, he texts me panicked. It's like, dude, I think I just joined 100 live fast drafts. It's like, what?
Yep.
It's like, try to get out of it. Try to get out of it. Go, leave them all. And you left how many?
I got out of 40 of them. So I was sitting there on my phone, like, going to every single draft, clicking leave draft, going to every single draft. But these things were filling so quick. And once they fill, you can't leave. These things were filling so fast. My phone was just constant, like, zzz, zzz. Like, your draft is full. Your draft is starting in 60 seconds, over and over and over and over. And I'm like, but I was able to get out of 40 of them. And now I'm in 40 slow drafts. So I got to try to make up for those 60 auto drafts that I did that probably have terrible teams.
Well, they might not be all terrible teams, but I guarantee you have a whole lot of Jordan Tyson in those leagues.
Yeah, he's my highest drafted player in the Little Dalmatian 4 right now, but that will change.
Well, the good news is each of those entries cost you $1, so not a big loss.
Exactly. How about Josh Allen at the end of the second here? Wow, you're right. Somebody just took Josh Allen as their. I have noticed. I did notice in these drafts, people draft very strange in these Dalmatians. Like, I just got Sun God at the 9.
Well, I had to throw out the word, casual, but yeah, that's a dollar entry. Maybe you have a little more, or inexperienced drafters, or I don't know. Anyway, look, a buck to enter. There's still a lot of prize money you could win. So if first place gets $20,000, that's not a bad possible return on investment. You just need to strike lightning to strike once.
Right. Now the question is, how far does Jeanty fall? Because I didn't take Jeanty there.
Yeah. All right. So let's just get that out of the way with. So guys, if you didn't see it, video just dropped where Chris breaks down what happened to one of our favorite first round picks, a guy we really thought could break out this year. So Ashton Jeanty, we don't know yet, right? We don't know officially. Like, we don't want to, shovel dirt on his grave just yet, but it does not sound good.
Does not sound good. You're on the clock. He's still sitting there.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't sound good. I mean, the video just went out like an hour ago, so you probably missed it. You haven't seen it yet. I think the concerning part is not that he couldn't put pressure on his leg. I mean, that's not good. But the fact that the team said a prayer. Like, so what did the team know or see there, right? Because, like, Jaden Higgins just tore his ACL. The team didn't get around to say a prayer. In fact, he walked off the field with the trainers. So what did they see here? So yeah, definitely concerning. Definitely going to be curious to see how far Jeanty falls in this draft.
Yeah, I'm just brutal. And it's funny because it randomly went viral. The one of that guy who in his home league and they had the draft board. You saw that thing, and the guy, he put Ashton Jeanty. He had the 1-1, and he took Jeanty, and he was all proud of himself. Like,
oh man,
of all the players. But anyway, shout out to you guys. I don't want to ignore the comments here, by the way. Daniel Scarrett got the membership. Thank you. Gabriel, also a member. And it says new member, but we know he's not new. Alex B with a wonderful avatar there. Thank you. And I guess this is a good reminder for the most fitting of names.
Yes. Fantasy football is pain. Absolutely. Jeanty just went. I think that guy just Jeanty, though.
Did he just go off the board? Yep. Well, that's what happens when you don't show up.
Yeah, I think he auto. I mean, his clock was very low. He might have been. That might have been an auto. I don't know, but
yeah, it can be painful.
Now the other question is how, because I've been getting Mike Washington Jr. in a lot of drafts. Even before the Jeanty injury, even though I love Jeanty, I was like, man, this guy might have a role. And worst case, he's the clear handcuff to Jeanty. So I've been getting him a lot of drafts, very late. Usually goes well outside the top 150. I wonder how high he's going to climb now.
Yeah, gotta wonder. And I'm with you. This is why, guys, in these drafts, maybe not so much in a redraft league, but in these drafts, all of my number 4 or 5, whatever, running backs, sometimes even 3, they're high in handcuffs. Tank Bigsby, I have a ton. Brian Robinson, obviously Mike Washington, those guys, because this kind of thing happens. That's who you take,
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to some questions from our members. Bob also wants to know about his proposed strategy. He's got the number 7 pick. Would you well, I guess these are some scenarios where to start. He thinks he can get this.
I mean, these are both great starts, but give me Chase Brown, Jonathan Taylor with Flowers and Ladd. I mean, you're getting like 2 potential stud running backs and 2 potential stud wide receivers. I mean, St. Brown, AJ Brown is great, but Kyron Swift, even though I do like Swift, it's like Kyron, it's okay. I think I'd rather have the other side.
Yeah, agree. I mean, neither one is bad. But you never know. You never know how the draft's going to shake out. Daniel Scarrett wants to rate this draft.
All right.
Hurts, Henry, Tootin, Jetta, Smith, Rice, Goddard, Pollard, Godwin, Dobbins, QJ White, Marks. Didn't mean to draft 3 Eagles players. And then later he asked, should I try to trade Goddard? I mean, I don't think you have to trade him just for the sake of trading him.
Nah, I like Goddard. I mean, wide receivers are great. Jefferson, Smith, Rice, Godwin on the bench, QJ on the bench. I love that. Henry, Tootin's fine. I mean, you got a lot of you got Tootin, Pollard, Dobbins, White, Marks. So you got a lot of RB2s who could be something, could not be something, but there's nothing wrong with that to go with Henry. I mean, you got plenty quality there. I like Goddard. I like Goddard a lot. I think he's fine at tight end. So I think you should feel very good about this draft.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Hurts, we've been saying Hurts is a great value. Devontae Smith to stack with him. Yeah. I don't think you have to draft Goddard or trade Goddard.
I just totally messed up.
What'd you do? Oh, you took Lamar.
I thought I took Zay Flowers where I took Lad, but then I remember I changed my mind and took Lad. I was like, no, I'm going to take Lad instead. And then I saw Lamar on the board. I'm like, cool, I could stack Lamar with Zay.
You thought you were stacking?
Oh, man.
But you still can stack. I mean, you can just get Mark Andrews later. Or, well, hey, don't draft Rashad Bateman. That's newsy.
No. True. I can, I could take a chance on Jacoby Lane late. That's the problem, man. Today's been a crazy day. My brain is fried.
It's fair to ask if someone goes down with Rashad Bateman and you saw arrested for, domestic assault, domestic violence, whatever it was, officially, maybe does that make Jacoby Lane more interesting?
Certainly would. It would certainly open up the door here. The weird thing is he got arrested in June and the Ravens have already known about this and we're just now finding out about it. What?
Well, sadly, that's not too surprising, but
no, but then it makes me wonder, the NFL has had to know about this since June. I doubt the NFL just heard about it.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder if anything's going to happen, but.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I thought maybe I don't have a lot of Jaden Daniels. I thought, okay, well, he's projected to be available to me. I can stack him with Terry, but no, someone really wanted Jaden Daniels. You never know. All right, before I get to the next,
I will say, in fairness to my Lamar Jackson pick, I just got Lamar Jackson in round 5, so at least I got good value on him.
You can always, to stack. You don't always have to stack with the number 1 option.
I know. I just like to have both my quarterbacks stacked for that increased upside, but I get it. I know. I can try to get Andrews later.
Well, none of these quarterbacks are stacks for me, but I'm going to do the same. I'll take Jalen Hurts, and I'll just take Goddard later or something.
There you go.
And I hate taking Jonathan Brooks now. No, I'm not going to do it because I got so much Jonathan Brooks when he was ADP 100.
Yeah.
Now I hate to take him. He's 77.
I know.
All right. Admiral Habibi has a question. For the 2-3-3-3 comeback, people like Olave have been going up. Absolutely. And he should be. Keep seeing Achane and Henry. Which of those RBs would you pick? Or would you double tap wide receiver?
Well, I think when you get to the late, you're saying the 2-3-3-3? Do you mean the 2-10-3-3? Like the 2-3 turn?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let's assume you mean the 2-3 turn there, where you have pick number 3. I could go any direction here. I know it's Jaden Reed's gone way up. Josh Downs has gone way up. So if that's the case, if we're talking about the 210, if Derrick Henry or Devon Achane are still there at the 210, I'm grabbing one of those running backs. I don't love Achane this year, but at the 210, I'm taking Achane every time. Now, if they're gone, I'll happily take Olave. The wide receivers I love in that range right now, are Nico Collins, who I think is going to smash now that Jaden Higgins is out. The reason I was not super high on Nico all off season is because I thought Jaden Higgins was going to have a big breakout year. That's not going to happen now. That's certainly not going to happen now. Oh man, where are all the running backs? Let's go Addison.
Okay, I just realized this because I was searching. I have to address this. So this is what you don't want to do. We can talk about overreacting. I was looking. Okay, where's Mike Washington? Someone drafted Mike Washington already. Do you know where Mike Washington was drafted already in this draft we're doing?
Well, I'm looking.
It wasn't last round.
Wow, he was drafted in round 5 after David Montgomery.
The 5-5. Mike. Somebody
Which I think is
Washington at the 5.
Which I think is probably where he should go. Like maybe I would still take Judkins over him, but like I wouldn't take Henderson over him. I wouldn't take Bucky over him if the Jeanty injury is actually season ending. But we don't know that yet. That's the problem here.
Right. We don't know. I mean, even so, if they announced today, like right now, it's over, his season is over, which wouldn't surprise us. Are you taking Mike Washington in the 5th round?
Well, I'm not, because I've gotten so much Mike Washington outside the top 150 that I'm like, yeah, I'm just probably going to be done drafting Mike Washington. I have, I probably have 15 to 20% Mike Washington already.
Yeah, it's insane to take him there when you could have gotten him already. But like, are you okay? This is a question. Are you taking Mike Washington ahead of Judkins, ahead of Price, ahead of Bucky?
Ahead of Bucky, yes. Ahead of Price, yes. Judkins, close. They're kind of in similar situations, but man, Washington, he can catch passes. He can do it all. Obviously, if they came out right now and said, yeah, it's over, Jeanty, the season is over for Jeanty, they may try to trade for Connor. They may bring in some crusty vet, but who's available? Like, is Kareem Hunt going to come in and is he going to like ruin everything again for the 5th straight year? Is he going to come in and ruin everything?
Would you even be surprised?
No, I would not. I would not be surprised.
I don't know. That's a little aggressive for me. That seems like kind of an overreaction, but
you know what this feels like if indeed we do find out, and I said this on the video actually, if we do find out that it's a season ender, James Robinson. You remember James Robinson from the Jags. Remember all the running backs got hurt. I don't even remember who the RB1 was back then. I don't even remember who it was. And he was awesome that year. So
yeah, well, James Robinson, that was crazy because he was like undrafted.
Yeah, he was an undrafted free agent in the NFL. So I think that's fair. The problem is, like in a tournament like this, this tournament is already like close to 50% full. So there's a lot of teams that I haven't done any teams in the Little Dalmatian 5. There's a lot of teams that have gotten Mike Washington well outside the top 150. So if Mike Washington smashes and you took him, in the 5th round, all those teams that took him outside the top 150 also have him smashing for their team, but they got somebody better in round 5. So
right.
He almost becomes, if a new tournament comes out, he becomes draftable. And obviously in your redraft leagues. But in this tournament, if you in round 5, he's almost undraftable now.
Yeah. Well, that's the point I was making, is like, it's just, you're not giving yourself any advantage unless you really think Mike Washington is just like the equivalent to Ashton Jeanty, which I think is a bit presumptuous, just based on the fact that draft stock does mean something. And so that's, I don't know. Okay. I keep taking Kittle because of the dip, not because of the news. Oh, he's going to be ready. I don't think anything really has changed, but I think it's worth it. All right, so let's get to some more comments here. So Alex wants to rate his team. Herbert, Gibbs, Etienne. This is a 10-teamer, by the way. Pickens, Igbuka, Moore, Bowers. Nice. Got Price, Bill, Woody, Pacheco, Reed, QJ, Jacoby Lane, and Chig.
Jacoby Lane in a 10-teamer. You got to feel good here. I mean, it's a 10-team league. You got Gibbs, you got Pickens, Igbuka. I will say, like, I don't dislike your wide receivers at all, but I think for a 10-teamer, they're not like, you don't have that one true stud wide receiver, but you do have Bowers, so maybe he'll count. So I think you should feel good about this team.
Yeah, exactly. Igbuka, obviously, you hope he doesn't miss much time and that he does what if Igbuka breaks out, then you're good. I mean, having Bowers really offsets it. So I like it. Royland, what's up? Got the 9th spot. You're familiar with that, but this is redraft PPR. Do you take Cook or JJ?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd probably just go Cook.
I like Cook. I got no issue with him. I mean, I get fine with JJ too. And then the rank Saquon, K9, Hampton, Brown, and not Jeanty. Let's put him last.
Jeanty, unless we hear something tomorrow like, oh, it's nothing, he's fine. Jeanty has to be last. I'm gonna go Chase Brown, K9, Saquon, Hampton. But they're all great choices.
Yeah. Again, these guys are clustered together in ADP for a reason. Very little separating them. I personally, now moving Jeanty to the bottom, I go Saquon, Hampton, Brown, K9. But and I'll rank the receivers. I think you have Lad first, right? Then Zay, or then Devontae.
Oh man, I think I would go Lad, Devonta, Zay, Waddle, T.
All right. Good evening, Gabriel. Back for another season. Here we go.
Let's go.
Half PPR, 2 flex, 3 keeper. Puka neighbors. Awesome. Love them. You should. I also have Brees. I'm a disappointment. Hall. That's a little rough.
All right. Well, maybe he won't be a disappointment this year. We'll see.
Yeah. He said he tried to trade Brees. Oh, it's my turn. Hold on. I'm going to panic pick. I got 2 turns. Sorry, I let you do that question. I have to make sure oh man, somebody took Goddard.
I don't see. Well, okay. His question is try to trade Brees for AJ Brown, Rice, Olave level. I mean, you could try, but I don't know if it's going to work, but you could try. I mean, really, the area Brees goes in, you're probably looking more like for Ladd, Zay Flowers.
Yeah, I don't know that you're going to get those guys for Brees.
Yeah, Waddle. But I would trade Brees for Ladd. I would trade Brees for Zay. I would trade Brees for Waddle. Trade Brees for McMillan. I like those guys if you want to get rid of Brees.
All right, speaking of Jacoby Lane, Bulaga, would you rather Lane or Lloyd?
I'm always going to go with if it's not a need at a position, I'm always going to go with the running back who could become a workhorse running back, and that's Marshawn Lloyd. So look, he's healthy, he's good. Jacobs could have legal issues. He's he's got a lot of wear and tear. I'm going to go Lloyd every time.
Yeah. Same with me. I have been a Marshawn Lloyd truther, but even so, just the running back, so valuable. Got a super chat. Thank you from Jacob Howe. Wants a rating on this team. Lawrence, Gibbs, Williams, Monty, Henderson, Corum. Got Washington Jr. That feels pretty good now. Pickens, Adams, Watson, Golden. I believe Debo, Samuel, Worthy, Goddard, and then the Steelers. And a kicker who will be not.
That's Gibbs and Javonte Williams. I like that. Monty, Henderson, Corum. Not bad. And Washington Jr. Pickens, Adams, Watson, Golden, Samuel, Worthy. So a lot of like wide receiver 2s and 3s with upside. So again, like not really a stud wide receiver. I like Goddard here. I don't know how many teams this league is. I'm going to hope 12. So let's say it's solid. It's like it's good. It's good. It's not like again, I would like to see a stud wide receiver 1. I'm not really even sure. Like you took Gibbs in, I'm guessing, okay, you probably went Pickens in round 2, which is I think is fine. I don't know who was available there. I feel like there's guys like I was talking about earlier, like Neighbors, Nico, Olave, Rice. I like those guys better than Pickens now, but I don't know who was there. So it's good.
All right. There you go. And nice. Wix made it back to me.
There you go for your hurt stack.
Yeah. Got the stack. Pretty sure I can wait on tight end.
All right, I don't want
to. Clayton pushing for a response on that 3-team trade. I'm leaving that up to you.
Yeah, I gotta look at it again. Clayton, did we make an Ashton Jeanty trade, or did I say no to that? I might regret that one. Can't remember. I was like, crap. I can't remember if I made the trade or not.
That's funny. You'll find out when you check your lineups. The Admiral wants to know about what round you'd like to draft quarterbacks and tight ends. Been thinking about grabbing late. Yeah, you can always grab a tight end late. Again, there is an advantage to be had. Like last year, if you got Trey McBride, it was totally worth it. We think this year Bowers is worth it. So no problem grabbing a son. And we were still big on Tyler Warren. I know Keenan kind of hurts, but I still think he's worth drafting. But there's always late round tight ends you can get. Like Juwan Johnson's a perfect example. And the same thing with quarterback. I'm fine not having, one of the top quarterbacks. So it's hard to say though what round. It really depends how your draft goes. Some drafts, everybody takes their quarterback early. Well, then you wait and then you're fine. So I don't think there's an average round.
Nah.
Yes, apparently he is stuck with Jeanty. So it's not you.
Oh man.
Hey, but it's Dynasty, so you're okay.
True.
Okay, let's see. Oh man, I don't even know. Like, what if you're drafting tomorrow? Like, are you taking Jeanty and rolling the dice that he isn't?
No,
for the season?
no.
I
can't. If we don't have any news tomorrow by the time you draft, like, I mean, like if he falls far enough, I think there's a point where you're like, fine, I'll take a chance. Because if he's fine, right? Like if you get to like, I mean, again, if we're talking about running backs like David Montgomery, Jadarian Price, guys like Jalen Warren, like if we haven't heard anything tomorrow, or if it sounds like, hey, maybe he's only going to miss like a few weeks of the season or something, grab Jeanty because he's going to be better than those guys. But you can't take him in the early rounds. You can't.
No, it's just not. Why not just take a guy who isn't hurt? Like what's the advantage? Like it would have to be double-digit rounds. Yeah, it's just so tough. This is why, I mean, I get it, schedules and timing, but you just wait as late as you possibly can. And we still have a couple of weeks left. It's not like next Sunday is week 1. Like, there's just no reason to draft this early. Just wait. All right, Jalen B, straight to it. Pick 2 out of these 3. AJB, Olave, Nico. Addis.
Oh, man. This is like the range of guys where I'm like AJB, London, Olave, Nico, Neighbors, Rice. Give me any 2 of those guys and I'm happy. I'll go AJB, Nico. But again, if I get any 2 of these guys, I'm feeling great. I don't care which 2.
Yeah, I think I got AJB still first. I will say, Olave, of course, moves up with a Tyson injury. Well, so does Nico with a Higgins injury. It's the same thing. And Nico, I already had above. So I think it's AJB and Nico for me, as much as I love Olave. Yep. James Coffey wants to know, who do you keep in the 4th round, Hampton or Neighbors? Wow.
Man. I think you got to go Hampton.
Yeah,
I think you got to go Hampton. As a running back, more valuable. He's not hurt. Even though it sounds more and more like Neighbors is going to be out there week 1, he is coming off a serious injury. I think you got to go Hampton.
Yeah, agree. Hampton it is. All right. And just like that, this one flew by. I feel like we're almost done.
Did fly by.
Is it Nah. All right, so I'm gonna take another guy again. I know it's almost impossible to like imagine Derrick Henry getting hurt, but what if he does? I'm taking him in my last round a lot in these best ball drafts. Heard a lot of good things about Adam Randall, so he's another one of those guys worth it. And there we go. It's between him and James Conner, and I can I might take the rookie
James
or the
Conner,
right?
James Conner, Raiders starting running back.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. Or Trey Benson.
True.
All right. Well, that was it. Real quick, Juice slide in here. 10 team. Let's rate this one. Hurts, CMC, Brees, Rice, Buka, Bowers, and Swift. And then just chilling on the bench because it's a 10 teamer. Evans, Harrison, Reed, Wandale, Bill, likely show.
I mean, you got CMC and Rice, so you got your stud running back, your stud wide receiver. Brees fine as your RB2, Igbuka fine, but even if Igbuka's not fine, you got Evans, Harrison, Reed on the bench. Bowers, Swift. Man, so you started your draft CMC, Bowers, Rice. That's pretty nice, even in a 10-teamer. Well done.
Yeah, no complaints here. I'll tell you for week 1, I would probably, because we never know with Brees at the grown, but even besides that, he's on the Jets. I would probably start Swift over Brees and then slide Evans as your flex because it's PPR. But yeah, it's a good team. All right. So that is it. We got this one done. I want to remind you all that if for some reason any of you have been watching, you don't have an Underdog account, but you can get an Underdog account. Got a new offer. It's not really that new, but they're always tweaking it a little bit. But there's all sorts of goodies you get if you sign up as a new customer on Underdog. Use code ENDGAME when you check out, and you get an extra $50 in bonus funds as soon as you play $5, and you get a gimme pick and a deposit match. So if you haven't tried Underdog, you still got plenty of time, a couple weeks left. Take advantage of these shifting ADPs and all the news and the things that you know, all the advantages, the roster construction, all the stuff we talk about while we draft and while we stream. That already gives you an advantage over the competition here. So you can draft for $1. What we just did a draft and it cost exactly $1, a chance to take home 20K. So
people say like you can't get anything for $1 anymore. We just got a fantasy draft for $1, so there you go.
And I would have done it I would have paid even more. I don't even need the promise of cash winnings, just for the fun of it, right?
That's right.
But you could also win cash. All right, guys. Well, don't worry, we'll be back. Like you mentioned earlier, we'll be doing some not just mocks. It's like real draft season. We'll be doing drafts on Draft Lane. We'll still do some mocks on Sleeper. We'll still do more Underdog. We're going to be doing it all. So stay here. Make sure you got notifications on and subscribe if you haven't yet. And then we'll see you tomorrow.